I grew up in a small town in Pennsylvania, the kind of place where everybody knows everybody, and old stories float around like campfire smoke. There was one house, though, that nobody ever really talked about unless they were drunk or trying to scare someone. It sat on the far end of Blackwood Lane, old Victorian with boarded-up windows, peeling paint, and a sagging porch that looked like it hadn't felt a broom in decades. We called it the Rothwell House. Supposedly, a family lived there in the 1950s, but after a fire killed the parents, the children were sent away. No one ever moved back in. Over the years, kids dared each other to sneak inside. But most didn't get past the porch before turning back. The ones who did, they never stayed long, and when they talked about it, their voices dropped like they were confessing a crime. I never believed the stories. I thought it was just a decaying house, the kind you'd find in any forgotten town. That was until last summer, when my friends convinced me to go inside with them. It was a hot July evening when four of us, me, Jake, Melissa, and Ryan, drove out to Blackwood Lane with nothing but flashlights and a stupid idea. The house looked even worse up close. The air smelled like wet wood and mold, and there was this unnatural quiet, like the crickets and cicadas didn't dare sing near it. We climbed the porch steps, the wood groaning under our weight. Jake pushed open the front door, and I swear it didn't just creak, it moaned. The smell hit us immediately. A mix of smoke, rot, and something sharp, like iron. Inside, it was a time capsule. Furniture covered in gray sheets, wallpaper peeling in strips, family portraits so faded the faces looked blurred. Dust floated in the air, catching in our flashlight beams like ash. Melissa whispered, "Why does it feel warm in here?" She was right. The house was hotter than outside, like we'd walked into an oven. We wandered room to room, laughing nervously, pointing out broken chandeliers and cracked mirrors. But then Ryan stopped dead in the hallway. "Do you hear that?" Husk it. At first, I thought he was screwing with us, but then I caught it too soft. Deliberate footsteps upstairs. Slow. Heavy. Pausing between each step. Jake tried to laugh it off. Probably raccoons. "Raccoons don't walk like that," Melissa said. Her face pale. None of us wanted to admit we were scared. So Jake, being the idiot he was, said, "Fine. Let's check it out." The staircase groaned as we climbed. Each step felt like it might collapse, but the real weight pressing down was the silence. My flashlight shook in my hand, the beam twitching against the walls. At the top, the hallway stretched long and narrow, lined with closed doors. The air was thick like the kind of heat you get right before a thunderstorm. That's when we saw it. One of the doors at the far end was slowly closing. No wind, no draft. Just closing. Melissa whispered, "Nope, I'm done. We're leaving." But Jake wouldn't let it go. "If someone's messing with us, I want to know who." He stormed down the hall and pushed the door open. It was a bedroom. Old, burnt wallpaper clung to the walls. The bed frame was charred, the mattress long gone, and on the floor, in the middle of the room, was a circle of black ash. Ryan muttered, "What the hell is that?" Then my flashlight flickered, and for just a second, I thought I saw footprints bare. Footprints burned into the floorboards, leading from the circle toward the corner of the room. When the light steadied, the footprints were gone. We should have left then. God, we should have left. But Jake was stubborn. He walked into the room, standing right inside the ash circle, grinning like he was proving a point. "See, nothing to be scared of." The moment he said it, the door slammed shut. Melissa screamed. I yanked the handle, but it wouldn't budge, like someone was holding it from the other side. Inside, Jake started coughing, gasping for air. The smell of smoke filled the hallway, thick and suffocating. Through the crack under the door, I saw an orange glow like fire. "Jake," I shouted. "Get out of there." His voice came back, hoarse, panicked. It's burning again." Then silence. When the door finally flew open on its own, the room was dark. No fire, no smoke. Just Jake, standing frozen in the circle, his face pale, his eyes wide. We rushed to him, shaking his shoulders. He didn't respond at first, then whispered something I'll never forget. They were screaming. I heard them screaming. We carried him out of the house. He wouldn't walk on his own, just kept muttering the same words. They were screaming. They were burning. They're still here. Jake was never the same after that night. He dropped out of school, barely talks anymore, and won't go near Blackwood Lane. And me, I drive past that road sometimes, and I swear I still see a faint orange glow in the upstairs window. People say the Rothwell family died in the fire, but standing there, staring at that house, I can't shake the feeling that maybe they never really left. If you like this video, then hit like and subscribe this channel for these type amazing horror story videos. Thanks for watching.